So hello everyone. So we let's continue our Svelte tutorial exploration that we started out. In the earlier video, we have already covered introductions, reactivity, props, logic, events, bindings, classes and styles, attachment, transitions, and even in advanced Svelte, we covered advanced reactivity. In this, let's cover reusing content and in reusing content, we see the three things to explore, and then there is a motion, and then there is a advanced binding. So let's explore reusing content and motion in this video, and we'll explore further. So we'll go ahead with reusing content. So snippets allows you to reuse content within a component without extracting it out into a file, correct? So in this exercise, we are creating a table of three voice monkey. So this is the one, and along with their Unicode escape. So this is their Unicode escape and HTML entities. HTML entity is this. So far we have put a single monkey, but we could duplicate the markup, of course, but we could create a array of image description object, pass it into each block. So we could have passed in each block, and then we could have repeated that, but a neater solution is to encapsulate the markup in a reusable block, beginning by declaring an entity. So this is the entity we are declaring. So let's say we should say hash snippet, right? Hash snippet, and let's name it a monkey, and then we say this is the closure of snippet. So with this we would do just a second. So we'll create snippet like this, and we are done somewhat, and then we do this. So here we have this. So this is the snippet monkey, but somehow this is getting rendered. Oh, my bad. I had changed the table of head itself, whereas I wanted to change this. So let's do it quickly. Snippet, and let's name it a monkey, and then we do a snippet, and here just we do, right, but this way it's gone. Now we need to render it somewhere, so we would do @render, and let's say this is a monkey, right? Am I correct to use this? So they are saying monkey is not defined, so which means we need to define it below this. This is correct. Okay, monkey spelling is incorrect. This is monkey, this is monkey, and if we check this, and it should work, because that's the basic functionality of JavaScript. You can declare it anywhere. Right, before you can use the snippet for the rest of them, we need to pass a data into the snippet. So snippet can have 0 or more parameters. So for example, this is a monkey, and this can have emoji and description, and we can use this. So here we say this is emoji, and then there is a description. Okay, so there would be emoji, there would be a description, and emoji has a cat too. So let's render it. So to render it, first we would do, let's do this, and first thing we would do is pass this, and we say see no evil. Okay, and here we pass emoji description. Second, let's say we render it again, talk no evil, right? Finally delete the script block we no longer need. Add the rest of the key. You can also use a destructure parameter like this. So we would have these three. We could say this is see no evil, here no evil, and speak no evil. Finally delete the script block we no longer need. So in the script block we can see there was a emoji and there was a description, and we don't need it anymore, right? and we have this. Snippet can be declared anywhere in your component, but like functions are only visible to render tags in the same scope or a child scope. Okay, a child can render it, or a parent, same a component can render it. Since snippets like functions are just values, they can be passed to components as a prop, correct? Take this filter list component. Its job is to filter the data that gets passed into it, but it has no opinion about how that data should be rendered. That's the responsibility of the parent component. We have already got some snippet defined. Begin by passing them into the filter list. So if we see, this is the filter list, and here if we pass header as a snippet is there, uh, and if we don't do this, then there's nothing, and we do header, and similarly we do row. So then on the other side, declare header and row as props. So on the other side in the script, there is colors. Okay, we need to get this. So here we would say let, and we would say data, we would say field, and header and row. Where is this? I guess this is in filter.svelte. Here there was a data field, and now there should be a header and row. And what's the job? Finally replace the placeholder content with the render tag. So in this we get down, and there is a header, and there is a to do add header, and we would do at the rate render, and we would say header. Header should be rendered here. Similarly here we should have at the rate render, and here row with that d should be rendered. Now we can reuse that same header and row. Never again will you have to memorize the hex code for misty rose or peach puff. Okay. Next is implicit snippet props. As an authoring convenience, snippets declared directly inside a component becomes props on those component. Take the header and row snippets and move them inside filter list. So this is a header, this is a header, and this is a row. So if we just move it inside Svelte, so here within filter list, okay, here only within filter list, okay. And if we do this, okay, we do this. So now filter list would have header and row. It's removed from this. We can remove them from the explicit props. So in filter list there is explicit props. If we remove this from here, it's not getting passed. From here, it's getting passed. If you, even if we pass here as a children, similar to React, it gets added to props. Any content inside a component that is not a part of a declared snippet, any content inside a component that is not part of the declared snippet becomes a global children snippet. Since header has no parameter, we can turn it into children by removing the block tags. So header, we can remove this, and we can remove this, and it would become a children, and meaning the header props to children on the other side. So here we can do children row props, and here we could say render children. Next, let's move on to motion. Often a good way to communicate that a value is changing is to use motion. Svelte ships classes for adding motion to your user interface. Import the tween class from this. Okay, so there is a script, and let's say we import tween from Svelte motion. Okay, and then turn progress into the instance of twin. So progress is currently a state with 0 and this. We say new twin 0. Okay. The twin class has a writable target property and readable current property. Update the progress element. Progress is basically progress value, progress not current. And each of the event listener, this is progress dot target. Clicking the button causes the progress bar to animate to its new value. It's a bit robotic and satisfying, though we need to add an easing function. So here only we continue this and we say import cubic out from Svelte easing. Okay, and in the progress we say let progress is equals to new twin. This is there, and let's add this duration of 400 and easing cubic out. The Svelte easing module contains the Painter easing equation, or you can supply your own P to T function where P and T are both values between 0 and 1. The full set of options available to twin is delay millisecond before the twin starts, duration either the duration of the twin in millisecond or from to 2 millisecond function allowing you to switch a longer twin for larger changes in value. Using a P to T function, interpolate a custom from to function for interpolating between arbitrary values. By default, Svelte will interpolate between numbers, date, identically shaped arrays, and object only as long as they only contain number and data or other valid array and object. If you want to interpolate color string transformations, yes, you can also tell project dot progress uh, instead of assigning directly to progress dot target. Options will override the set value method returns a promise that resolve when the twin completes. Okay, and Spring. The Spring class is an alternative to Twin that often works better for values that are frequently changing. In this example, we can server that follows the mouse and two values the circle coordinates. What is the Spring? So let's say we say import and we say Spring from Svelte motion and we say instruction new spring. As with the twin springs have a writable target property and readable current property, update the event handler. So on mouse move coordinates dot target and on mouse enter size dot target dot target and circle attribute coordinates dot current Both springs have the default stiffness and damping values, which control the spring's well springness. We can specify our own initial values. So in this spring itself, 50 and this, we can specify these details. So we say stiffness is 0.1, damping is 0.25. Waggle your mouse around, try dragging the slider to get a feel of how they are affecting the current behavior. I guess that was all in reusing content and motion. So we'll close it here and we'll continue further in another video. That was all. Thank you.